This is so AIDS. This is so AIDS. This is so AIDS. Let's see. Are we back? Are we sort of back? My God, everything just freaking died on me, dude. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just do. Actually, okay. Bang. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Apologies, apologies. Okay, so that should be that taken care of. So I think we're back on all platforms. Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing swell. Just a little advertisement, little break, little break. um, okay, okay, so that needs to stay, and then on here I need to connect so I can see the TikTok chat. So I think we're good now. Let me do this real quick, and hopefully I don't get banned. Let me actually do that just in case. Yeah, so I don't know what it is with my PC specifically, because I know for a fact that it's my PC and not my internet, because my phone was still connected. That's how I was able to send the message in Discord. But my PC just likes to not connect to my Wi-Fi from time to time. And usually it fixes itself in like 5 minutes, but this time the what's it called? The networks didn't show up for some reason, so I had to restart my PC. It happens from time to time. Anyways, we're back. we're back like we never left. Anyways, so somebody was asking me about if I'm real or not. It was Jovan. Jovan was like, "You're not real," and I go like this, and then my PC just dies. So that's great. Am I good? Am I good? I don't have my Spotify open actually. Not that I need it right now, but I will rather just have it ready. I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh, I don't have my Discord open either. Guys, stop. Listen. I have paid. Well, I wouldn't say me, but like I have contributed to paying my stuff. I don't want to get doxxed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see. Okay. Actually, yeah. Actually, hold on. I'll do this. So at live streams, we back, and then I will link the new link because I don't think it's there. Give me 1 second. Copy the link. All right. Cool beans. Shout out to everybody still being here. Oh man. And then I can do that. All right. Oh Jesus. Let's see, lighting. Let me turn up the light a little bit. I think that's fine. Yeah, sorry. I know a lot of people probably left, especially on TikTok. They're probably like, "Well, he's gone." Anyways, Anyways, yeah, so I think the Sugawara like stuff is done. Infinite Challenge should be done today as well, right? Yeah, so we'll see. There was a pretty big update for the Beach Trio stuff, and usually what they do is per theme. Usually what they do is they'll have one event for the whole thing, but this is the first release where it's 3 characters in a row. So I'm interested to see like what they're gonna do, because that's 6 weeks worth of content. So I'm interested to see, you know, whatever it is that they decide to do. And hopefully it's not stale as this freaking Infinite Challenge, because I think this is probably the worst release of an event. So there's that. So let's get into Peak Challenge here. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I actually want to play. Let me double check I have my stuff off though. I do. So let's just play. It's 12:45. I think Peak Challenge and the practice matches are the last thing I need to do. So let's just do this for a second. Because why not? When does the Beach Trio come out? Bokuto is tonight / tomorrow. 9 hours. And then Akashi will be after that, I would assume. Actually, I do want to check on X to see if they did put an official thing. Yeah, we can just go Sakuza here. So I think what they updated with the gameplay is I think they actually displayed the stats here after the effects of like boosts and stuff. Because as I showed you guys earlier, my Sakuza's attack or his like spike or whatever is like 5,000, but it said there his ultimate was 9,000. So I feel like that's a new thing. You know what, let's go set her dump here. When am I doing team reviews? We will do it after Peak Challenge and I think practice matches, which I'll just sim, but like essentially after Peak Challenge. Sure. Can I get my friggin' thing, please? Thank you. On X, yeah, I don't know. That was like an instinctual thing. It's Twitter. This is probably gonna go through. It's a perfect set, so I'm just gonna let Kenma block here. Where can you turn off the animation where you do a player's ultimate? I want to turn it off, but I don't know where. It's in the settings, and then it's on feature, I think. And then Jesus, 10,000. Oh my. It's on feature, and then it's match animation. Is Bokuto released right after the daily reset? It should be. I don't think I saw a news post saying that there would be maintenance today. Let's serve to Kageyama here. It's crazy how these guys' attacks without their ultimate is stronger than Hinata's. Pretty sure Hinata's has some sort of stat boosting thing going on. What's going on? What's going on, people? So again, apologies for the apologies for the internet issue earlier. But if you haven't already, on whatever platform you're watching this on, make sure to follow, subscribe. We're 100 away on the red platform from 2,000, so please make sure to do so. Yeah, that was always going through. it's 4-3 here. I'm kind of lacking in the blocking department. And so I do want to bring on Kuro. I'm going to bring on Kuro for Hinata, I think. Because Hirugami's going to rotate into the back. I'm going to do that. I do have my Aaron on the bench, but again, it's so weird how like somebody can rack up so many points in club contests, but then it's like when it comes to actual games, he just doesn't do as well for some reason. I think I'll bring on Ushijima and... Well, we're not serving, so Kenma... Yeah, he's a better receiver than Oikawa, so I think we'll just do that for now. Oh, Karai's ready to go. Is he in the front? Yeah, he is. So this should get a bit of a boost. So 113k. Again, the numbers don't necessarily really matter. No shot, they saved that. They're gonna get this point. I'm gonna save Sakusa maybe for next time. It's so stupid how that works. It's such a stupid mechanic. How if you get like the save animation like the opponent just did there, you're like gonna get blocked like 99% of the time on the next play, which doesn't make any sense. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So we did pick up the win there. Can't wait for Bokuto's boost to boost my rating, finally get my first SP. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been waiting, and there's gonna be people still waiting for the Oikawa SP with Ushijima. Let's just keep it moving here. Oh yeah, somebody wanted to see how to turn off the match animation. So again, for those of you who don't know, it's in feature and then match animation right here. Match effects here will be, I believe, the numbers and maybe even the boost and buffs and stuff. But match animation is for literally the ultimates and stuff like that. So let's keep it moving. That's the wrong thing. Let's keep it moving. Big day for the unemployed today. All right, Game World. Do they add an online PvP? Probably not. I need to turn my thing down now. Hold on. Is there a timer on this? I hope not. Okay. Let's do this. Is Bokuto a receive type? I believe he's power serve receive. I believe. I'm gonna go with setter dump here. Fuck! How do you... but we should get the block here. There you go. Oh, I guess a little update I can tell you guys about in terms of what I'm doing. I'm currently watching Kuroko's basketball, whatever you want to call it. I'm enjoying it so far. I know a lot of people say it's better than Haikyu. I'm not gonna say that because in my opinion so far, I just finished the first season. In my opinion, the side characters aren't as good in Kuroko's basketball than it is in Haikyu, in my opinion. So that's kind of my thing so far. But I do like all the main characters, like the what are they called? The Generation of Miracles or whatever. They're all cool. I mess with that. And so the reason why I'm watching that is because I think it's March 11th or something like that, where the mobile game is going to come out. Karai just received this. Yeah, sure. So I believe it's like, yeah, the first 2 weeks of March where the mobile game is going to come out, and that one does have online PvP. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that. I'm just going to play it and post videos So I'm definitely gonna do like a stream, and then I'll just make clips of it, put it on YouTube as like a video, being like, "This is my first day on Kurgo's basketball. This is how it went," that kind of thing. And then I'm gonna get blocked here, aren't I? And then yeah, so that's gonna be the plan, and then we'll just see what kind of the reception is amongst the community. If it gets, you know, a lot of positive feedback and stuff, then we'll continue, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. We'll just play it casually here and there. We're kind of getting cooked here, I'm not gonna lie. Did you use the site I gave you? I don't remember. I don't think I did. Yeah, I might as well. 10,000 spike. How does Sakusa getting better as the game goes on? What the heck? How did that happen? It was a bad block into a perfect receive. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But we're definitely losing this point. Praying Canada and the US are on the same server. Oh yeah. Is it supposed to be good? From what I've seen, let me see, one sec. From what I've seen, it's pretty decent. So I just don't really know if I'm gonna be like free to play or like, oh shit. I don't know what the plan is there. I don't plan on spending money or anything. I think I just sold this game. Oh, I didn't. Oh my god, I'm jinxing it. Oh my god. There's no way Sugawara just had a perfect receive there. I did sell. God damn it. What's going on here? Why are both Sakusas locked in? Mine, I sold on that Ushijima serve. That was my bad. Should we run it back? Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Let's see. If he plays on, wait, hold on. Also, hopefully, bro can use his little LD player so he can use his PC. I mean, evidently, because this is technically still touchscreen, it would be better if I use my phone. So, I'm probably going to use my phone. just letting you know. Somebody says, so he says, do you know how to get good potentials for characters? It's not like, oh shit, Karai's in the back, isn't he? That was a misplay. You really just have to like play the practice matches for, because each school has a different like set, if that makes sense. Like Fukurodani, for example, has a lot of the power ones that do like that help with morale and stuff like that, so you would obviously put that on Bokuto. There's a couple for Aaron that's good as well from the Fukurodani set, so you just have to like, you know, depending on who you're prioritizing, you just do the practice matches on that and you'll eventually get a decent set of potentials. And then there's also the in the store you can get the selection one, so you can choose like which potential you want. Will you pull on Bokuto? Absolutely. Tomorrow. You need a controller is what I think. It mimics the joystick because it's the same in Dunk Dynasty. Oh, well, I use a controller when I'm playing Pokemon, so should be fine. I just have to, I guess, configure it or whatever. Any news who's the next UR? The next UR is going to be Sakuza? Rebanner? Do you play Haikyu Touch the Dream? No, I do not. I heard about it, but... do you know when the UR selection will be released? No. Assume, like, I would have to say after Kageyama, right? It's kind of crazy how we're caught up on rebanners already. It feels so much faster than the first time around. I don't know why. Maybe because of the SP releases. Really? Did you really have to receive it like that? You guys have a club that I can join that is decent? In our... Holy crap, can this rally end? In our server, there's one that Deku's the captain for. I don't remember the exact name again, but... MSBYHIGHH. I'm assuming for time skip stuff. There's that. Okay, Karai's in the front now. Poland players here, what's going on? In your opinion, is it mandatory to have his memory on Sakuza? I have to read it again, but typically the answer is yes. Especially because his memory also gives him like his memory, it's a UR memory, but it's better. It's like an SP memory in terms of stats. How the hell did he perfect receive? This is what I mean. This game is so random. This game is so random. Okay, so he's gonna rotate in. Oh no, this is 4-3. Hold on. So no more rotations after this because we're losing the point here. So that means we do that. We do that. No, we don't. We do that. And then... Do I throw a Nishinoya here? You know what? Screw it. Why not? Why not? Let's throw it in too. Because why not? Who's gonna be the new SP? Should be Bokuto. Should be Bokuto. Oh, Aaron with the bad receive. Thanks, dude. Hold on, does that mean I'm gonna get like the good stuff that happens here? Or am I gonna get just destroyed? The answer is destroyed. So when my players do the kick save, my team just acts like a bunch of donuts. But when they do it, they're prime friggin' Date Tech. Appreciate it, game. Appreciate it. Okay, we're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. Let's see. What's your team? Daichi in the back. Tenma and Sugawara. Yeah, we can go up against this team. Why is substitution important at this moment? Just because I can like use people's ultimates and stuff. Low stamina? Aaron literally just came in the game. He literally just entered. I don't want to hear no excuse about low stamina. Because it was him and it was Nishinoya, the two guys I just brought on. have you done my team review? You'll get a notification. Like, I'll message you in the chat or in the thread if I've done your team, and that will also include like whether it's a live stream or if it's a YouTube video, so you'll know. More like Prime Kamamedai, same thing. Same thing. What potential are you gonna put on Bokuto? Shoot, I forgot the names of it. I want to say it's morale enhancement or something like that, where the 2-piece is the power, and then the 4-piece is like when he's in Team Morale Awakening, you get a awareness boost or something like that. How is this still going, dude? Holy. I'm just... Oh. I'm not getting a good sim right now. And then I'll probably do a 2-piece of like assist receive or something. So it's pretty similar to my Sakusa build. Jesus, my face is white again. It's because in Vancouver right now, it's like sunny, but like, it's weird. There you go. Looks a little bit better. Can't beat a scripted game, exactly. That's one thing I'm looking forward to on the Kuroko. Is it Kuroko's basketball? Kuroko's no basketball? I don't know. On Crunchyroll, it just says Kuroko's basketball, so... Anyways, on KNB, I saw somebody put KNB. Hopefully, there's more of a skill gap. Because then it's like, if I lose, then it's like I deserve to lose, you know what I mean? Let's go with Sakusa. Okay, let's try that again. Let's go with Korai. I swear to God, if he got to that, oh my God. I probably shouldn't be serving to Daichi, but I mean, looking at the options, it's probably the best. Yeah, I have to use Hinata's thing here. They're probably getting the point. They're probably getting the point. Which means... at some point, Hirugami... Oh, no, I'm at 4. So if I win, it's over. Never mind. I just use his Omni. And I just use his ult, so I'll do that. I'll just do that for now. We'll see what happens. So we'll use you. Please. Please. Why did that set turn normal? Why? This game is out. It's out to get me. It's out to get. I don't want to use curl. I have to. Please. Oh my God. Oh shit, Hirugami has his ultimate again. Okay. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. What the hell is going on? Oh, for okay. Okay, game. Thank you, my lord. Do you think if the game survives long enough, we can get a rarer card than SP? I want to say yes, but now with the new Kenma coming out, they're just... I just feel like they're just gonna rerun through all the characters who got an SP and just give them another one. Okay, let's run this one, but I won't play this one. I'll just I'll sim this one. Should I pull SP Bokuto as a free to play? If you have the or if you can get the SP Akashi, then yes. I think if you have the SSR one, that one is also, that's the wrong button. And then that one's also fine, but I don't know. What happened to the game? Shit was peak in 2025. Dude, I thought the game was gonna get like a big boom with the SP. Died one day. It just died. I'm like, what the hell? I'm still trying to, like, you know, push it out and stuff like that. Oh, my internet just dropped again. Are we good? I think we're good. Anyways, yeah, the game just died. I don't know. I don't know how. Because I was so certain with the Christmas like release and stuff like that with the SPs. Like I don't know. I don't know. Damn it. But the thing is, I still enjoy it. The only issue is like they just keep releasing the same stuff. that's the main issue I'm having. Like this Infinite Challenge, this is what, the third time we've done this? I don't know. Apparently we will get coaches tomorrow? Really? Clarify dead, please. It's dead in terms of like the content that's coming out. Like now it's only, well, it's been like this for a little bit now, but like everything is so repetitive outside of the new character releases. And so now it's pretty much like people are only looking forward to new character releases. Like I know my stream tomorrow is gonna do like pretty good numbers because it's a new character, it's SP Bokuto. But other than that, like nobody wants to see Infinite Challenge again. Nobody wants to see, you know, this event thing again. Like you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like it gets repetitive, and so there's like the actual game aspect of it. I mean, the content creator communities, like if I'm being totally honest, like it's just not as active as it once was. I don't know where half these guys went. If they just have, you know, their own shit to do, I understand, but I'm like, even I got my own shit to do and I'm still trying to, like, you know, do multiple streams a week, you know, videos a week, because I'm still enjoying it. Like I still love the series, the characters, all that kind of stuff, but I don't know, it's just like I just feel like there needs to be something. There's needs to be some sort of shake up. Like if there was an online PvP or just some way to really interact online with another character. Because we have the club stuff, which is cool. I guess you can exchange, you know, fragments and stuff, but like, you know what I mean? It just needs something. It doesn't necessarily need to be a 1v1 thing, because I know that's difficult to implement, but it just, I don't know, something. Does Phantom Set buff Sakuza Spike? I think, Simon, you asked this a bunch of times. I think it just buffs anybody's. It's anybody. But there is something, I don't know where, I don't know what it is. There is something, for whatever reason, when Komori sets, that Sakuza just does more damage. I don't know what the correlation is there, because it can't be a receive, because when Komori receives, he can't set. So I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there's something there. I'm sure it's something to do with like some sort of stack of one of their buffs. Okay, so I think let me hold on. So if I go to Sugawara real quick, so just to go from level 70 to 80 is 4.3 million XP. So I don't think I'll be able to get Bokuto to level 70 with 1.9 million. So for my practice match, I think I'm still, even though I should start to do the XP notebooks, I'm gonna do one more round of XP, and then after that, I will start doing the XP notebooks for his memory. So there is that. And then we'll get through this. Maybe the bond? It's the bond? Oh, maybe. Shin says a new game mode, like something, man. Like the last new thing they released was that that weekly game, the serve one. Like that was fun. Like I really like that. But again, that's not really anything to do with the characters that you've been collecting this whole time. You know what I mean? But something innovative like that. I think did I do it on PC? I can't remember. I might have done it on PC when I was just chilling. Oh shit, I have not done match streak. And it's resetting in a day, or is that the 3v3 one? That's the 3v3 one, so I have time. Let's see. Nah, it was hella mid. Okay, well, you know what? That's again. If anything, that just kind of further backs my point by saying that at the very least, like for a lot of people, the game is stale because they introduced something new and it just didn't hit for a lot of people. It hit for me, but that's just me. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still gonna be posting, so don't you worry about that. I haven't lost like the urge to post or anything. The only thing is with the YouTube videos, it's a little bit difficult to find a theme sometimes, in terms of like a title, thumbnail kind of thing. But other than that, like doing the team reviews is fine. Coaches will be cool when they come out for sure. How about a beach volleyball event? Are you talking IRL? You're talking about the game. The bottle game was way too much effort for the rewards. I like the other things you can do faster, better. Well, that's the thing. It's like the only issue with the bottle game is that once you do it once, you don't have any incentive to do it again. So I feel like it's still worth it in that regard, but it's like the longevity, right? It's just like I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot more that could be done. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna tackle that. Alright, so that is that store, and then this one. I'm actually gonna do a quick count. What the hell? So in the Discord, let's see. So in terms of team review, oh, I just hit my mic. In terms of team reviews, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So roughly 60, more or less. So I definitely should do a YouTube video this week. I might actually do 2. So I think what I'll do is, yeah, we'll do, we'll get into the team review section now. Because the only thing left to do in the game, I believe, is match streak for me. So we'll get into team reviews now. We'll do probably like 15 to 20. And then I'll do a YouTube video later today. And then I don't have practice tomorrow, so I might be able to do another video tomorrow. And then that should cut me down to at least like 10, I think. Ish. Okay, so that is the plan. Let's see. Isn't Beach 2v2? You gotta charge $1.99 per team review. Yo, the funny thing is about that is last year, I forgot when it was. It might have been like November. And I was like behind. I was just doing it in order like I usually do. And then on stream, people just started paying. Like people just started donating and being like, "This is my username. Can you do mine?" And I'm like, "Well, shit. Like, what am I? I'm not gonna say no." So yeah, that was funny. Not that I'm encouraging that, but yeah. Let's see. Are you seeing what's happening in the Real Madrid game? Vinicius has started something? Really? I'm sure I'll see it on Twitter or something. Did he get a red or something? Take the money and say no and still take the money. So if I sub, you gotta do mine first? Listen, I'm not I'm not promoting anything, okay? Lower the score, there's also subs available. How would they balance the stamina? Oh, I see. So you can be bribed, you say? Potentially. Galatasaray Juventus was crazy. Yeah, I saw that. Well, I didn't watch it, but like I saw it. I was like, what the hell's going on? Juventus weren't they playing like McKennie at center forward? Which is a choice. Like you would think Juventus, of all teams that have invested all that money into their strikers, you would probably play a striker up front, unless they're like, are they suspended? So David's got an injury, Milik's got an injury, and Vlahovic's got an injury. Okay, never mind. But still, yeah, like Openda on the bench. You could have played him. But I think McKennie got an assist, so it wasn't like terrible, but it was still a choice. It was still a choice. So yeah, this is the round of 32 though. Madrid's up 1-0 on Benfica, so there's that. My Barcelona's not doing too well. I low-key want to say the season's over. After the last two results, I low-key want to say the season's over. But yeah. Okay. So if all of us just sub, he has to do them all today, I guess. Openda was a terrible buy, but a smart sell for Leipzig. Leipzig and like all these like mid teams with really good players that have a good season, they sell so early and it like ages like fine wine. He had a pretty good solid first half of the year. After that, he basically became a shadow. Pedri out is really bad. Oh, brother. You want to talk about freaking Barcelona? Oh my god. Dude, these guys, holy, these guys are so bad defensively. And now people are turning on Kubarsi, and I'm like, bro, the dude's like 18. I know we put him to like a higher standard because he is like he did have like a really good season, but like bro's doing it alone. He's got freaking Eric Garcia, who we don't know if he's a right back, a center back, or a DM. Araujo just sucks now. Koundé is too focused on Paris Fashion Week, and the left back position, I mean, Balde's all right, but like I don't know. Justin says, how far are you behind? So there's 57-ish, 60-ish teams to review. So like always, if you haven't joined the Discord already, please make sure to do so. The link is in the description, it's in the bio. And if you're on TikTok though, you might need to export it to your browser and then join, because I think the integrated browser on TikTok doesn't let you join or something. So just keeping that in mind. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, like I said, I need you guys in your title, try to like have your try to have like a theme or something that I can like kind of get a grasp of what you want me to talk about. So for example, Beats Trio or Kurai and Akashi, that's good, because then if I collect, you know, like festival trio, so I could maybe do like a YouTube video saying which trio is the best, you know what I mean? So it just makes it easier for me on the YouTube videos. But during the streams, we just go in order. So that is that. And then, like I said, I will tag you in your thread. So I will at you, so you'll get a notification, and then I'll let you know if it's in the upcoming YouTube video or in the latest live streams. Today's live stream selection is gonna be a little bit different. Obviously, don't choose the half-an-hour one that was cut short. I should probably just delete that VOD if I'm being totally honest. I'm not too sure. But anyways, obviously you would choose this VOD instead. The longer one that has the team reviews, and then you would just have to go and find it yourself. That's the best I can do. Let's see. Season's not over. We just need to beat Madrid. I mean, that's true, but I don't know. It's just so shitty. Saad's here, and tomorrow is Ramadan, so shout out to all the people fasting starting tomorrow. Wait, if I send my team, can you review it on stream? Shin, no. unless you attach a donation to it. For you only. And it has to be $15 Canadian. Anyways, if you guys do send your teams now, like as I'm doing this, I won't get to it because in the streams, again, I go in order. So we're going to start with Can, this user here, and then we're going to go upwards with Dr. Griffin, with Rob, the Fast and Fury Josh. The ones that are grayed out have already been done in a YouTube video, I believe. I don't think, yeah, there's no reason why they should have been done in a stream. And then we'll just keep going. Zach Islam? Zaki Islam? Says, I think my review should be today's the one with Oikawa Goat. It should be. Should be. He told me on the video, but it wasn't there. Yeah, so Shin, I think it was like one of the only ones where I chose him in the YouTube video process, like as I was recording, but during the editing process, I actually cut him out because I think your team was like identical to somebody else's. I think. The hatred is crazy. Okay, well, if you're gonna dish it out, you need to be able to receive it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so first up, in other words, you're generic. Exactly. He said it himself. He's like, his team's boring. Let me get the music going. And then let me turn it down slightly. So I think that should be a good volume. And then one sec. Let me turn it down for myself. All right, so the first one we have is Ken. Let me change my mic here. Do you have any tips on how I should line up with the Beach Trio? And if going for Kuro, Tsukishima, and the Festival Trio is a good idea? The second pick is what I'm going for. Okay, so I don't know. Is he? He's not really free to play. I'm assuming. Like I just don't know. If you're not free to play, like yeah, this is fine. But that's Oikawa, Iwaizumi, Ushijima, 3 SPs in a row, I believe. And then I think it's Twins. Then it's Tendo. And then after Tendo, it might be Korai Hirugami. So it's like pretty much 3 in a row for SPs. Then you get a 2 banner break, and then you get another 3 in a row. I believe that's how the order is. So as a non-free to play, it's definitely possible, and that makes sense long term. But if you are free to play, I don't really think it makes sense to get the SP Beach Trio. You already have the UR Bokuto, so doesn't make a ton of sense in my opinion. If you're not free to play, then do whatever you need to do. yeah, that's all I can really say. I mean, your team right now is pretty decent, right? You got the duo bond here. You have Kurai without Hirugami, you have Sakuza without Komori, but you do have Kageyama with Nishinoya. So it's like it's a work in progress here. I would have maybe liked to have seen like a Hirugami rebanner or a Komori rebanner. Definitely Hirugami over Komori at this point because you have the SP Nishinoya. But it's not bad. Oh my god. Oh, it's rupees. That's rupees, right? What is that currency? Oh my god, I tripped out. Oh my god. Yo, I almost lost my whole mind. I thought that was $100 too. I believe that's rupees. Okay. Well, shout out to you, Anaya. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, it depends if what your situation is. If you're free to play, I would definitely skip the Beast Trio. Your team is fine. I think you would probably want a little bit more in the blocking department. But other than that, like you have good receives or receivers, you have a good setter, good hitters. Maybe just consider maybe upgrading your Tendo or Hirugami Rebanner or something like that. I don't know. In terms of a team rating, I would give you a... It's close to like an 8, maybe like a 7.8 out of 10. And your future team, again, like this is just really good. So this would obviously be like a really good end game team at the moment. So definitely go for that if that's your plan. Just be careful depending again on your situation. Free to play, you're gonna have to do a lot of pulls in a short amount of time, essentially, because the only one you have here is Nishinoya. You need to get 6 SP characters and potentially 8 banners, so that's a lot, but it's a good team. So again, I will at can and I will say most recent live, and then I will copy these. Okay, next up we got Dr. Griffin, who says, hey Rojo, hope you're well. I'm doing well. Below is my team and just need a bit of advice and guidance, and please rate out of 10. The current plan is to get the UR Sakuza for the Komori Bond, and then SP Tsukishima and Kuro, then go for the SP Miya twins after. So that makes a ton of sense. Just looking at your team here, because again, like you said, Sakuza pairs with Komori, and then Kuro Tsukishima would replace Aone Suna, and they're both quick attack tagged, so they would still fit your quick attack team. You get to keep Hinata, and then in the future you get the twins. So that is a perfect plan. You just need to focus on, I guess, just like making this team the best it possibly can be. So in the meantime, I would just consider getting dupes of Kita, I guess, or dupes of Ione and Suna, so that you can get your team rating up still. Maybe even like if there's a UR select between now and the SP twins, you could maybe do something like that to get dupes, because but the thing is that the most important thing is not to use diamonds, because again, you want to save that for the banners, you know, the Sakuza, the Kuro Tsukishima, stuff like that. So just use the tickets that the game gives you. They don't give out too many UR tickets, so I wouldn't actually really worry too much about the twins. They're already at 20k, they're pretty good as is. It's just the SSRs. You know, maybe like even an Aaron if you want to improve your club contest scores, or if you want to do like a full Inarizaki team, Genjima, right? So because for me, like I haven't spent a diamond on SSR tickets, and I was able to get like 3 copies of Aaron since the select recruit came out, and I've gotten a bunch of SSRs from that. So yeah, you should do something along those lines while you're waiting for your SP characters, plus the Sakuza rebanner that comes out next week as of this recording, or as of this stream. But that sounds like a perfect plan for, in my opinion. I think the only thing is maybe with your rotation. So I do like that you have only one of Kita or Hinata in the back. I would consider having Aone be here and Kita here, and then have the libero come in for Aone, because Suna's going to be in the front row for for a decent amount of time, so you don't need another blocker like immediately. And then at that point you can have a back row of Komori here, Kita here, rotation happens, then you'll have like Hinata here, Komori here, and then I think there might be an issue potentially with Suna. Like you'll have a point where you won't have Komori, I think, in the back, or at the very least you won't have Komori plus another good receiver. So other than that, I think those are like two small changes I would make. Obviously Asumu serving is fine. Osamu gets to serve at some point. Looking at your bench, you might want to pinch serve like somebody, maybe, I don't know, it's up to you. But in terms of like your pulling wise, like you'll be fine, and then your rotation and stuff, just a couple small changes, that's all. So in terms of team rating, I will give this one, I think I'll give this one a 7.5. Is it better than the last team? This one has more cohesion than the last team though. I'll give this one also a 7.8. I don't think it's better in terms of individual characters, but in terms of a team, I think it is. So I'll give it a 7.8. Jinfu says, hey man, hope you're gonna review mine, send it last week, I need your divine wisdom. All right, relax. Relax. I thought Roll got the big 100. I thought so too. I sent it. I want on stream for proof when you have time. All right, bet. I got you. One you post. Where is that? All right, I got you. Let me just I can edit your post? All right. So moving on. Next up we got Rob. So Rob says free to play team review / tips. So basically I've been saving a lot of gems for future SP units. Any tips or suggestions to improve my team? It would have been nice to know which SP units. So let's just look at your current team. Shit, you're gonna have to beat him. Well, I didn't know I could edit like your title and stuff. I'd just be like deleting. Usually what I do is I'll delete people who have left the server. Like I'll delete their post because it just doesn't need to be there. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, so he's free to play. And in that regard, he's doing pretty well, right? Like we've got a Komori Sakusa Kurai Hirugami thing going on here. So I don't know if this was done on a rebanner or done like the 4 banners in a row. But there's also the Oikawa here, so that could have been done on a rebanner. So this is a pretty good free-to-play team. Considering all the bonds here, like you have the Oikawa with Iwaizumi, Sakusa Komori, Kurai Hirugami, Hinata, again, just kind of here, but that's fine. The bench is pretty strong too, a lot of middle blockers going on. The only thing is I'm curious in terms of your rotation. So the only thing is I would swap Kurai and Sakusa so that Kurai rotates into the front, Sakusa rotates into the back, because again you want Kurai in the front for as long as possible, and then you want Sakusa in the back for as long as possible. Hinata, again, you want him receiving. So what I would do personally, it's tough because you want your libero typically in this situation to come in for your middle blocker, your back row middle blocker. You need Hirugami in the front, and you also need Hinata present in the back. So that means you would have to take out Iwaizumi, so the back row wing spiker, But then the only issue is eventually when that rotation out happens, then Sakuza gets replaced, I believe. So there's a bit of like risk and reward to that. But I would probably have something like Iwaizumi at 1, Hinata at 6, Hirai at 5, Hirugami at 4, Oikawa at 3, Sakuza at 2. And then Komori comes in for the back row wing spiker. So other than that, if you're saving, I mean, hopefully you're gonna get the characters you want. Like Kuro Tsukishima like doesn't really work here, so I'm assuming it's maybe like an Oikawa festival trio, or maybe it's a beach trio. I'm not quite sure, but evidently you've only picked up the first SP that came out, so looks like you're on the right track there, sir. I didn't give a team rating. Out of 10, I would say this one's like in between the last two teams. Like this one has the individual characters plus the team bonds or the player bonds. So for that, I will give it an 8. I will give it an 8 out of 10. Let me just do a quick count. Actually, I don't have this. Oh no, I do. We got 30 people on YouTube. What the? We got 9 on Twitch. Holy. Yeah, damn. Okay. Next up, we have the Fast and Fury Josh, who says, "Should I pull for URs or just wait till the SP Festival Trio? Also, what other players can I pull?" Okay. So what's the difference here? Is this 2 accounts? Or this is just like a different rotation? It looks like a different rotation. Okay, so we'll just I will just look at the first one. I think Unk's view botting. Oh, please. Please. View botting, but not sub botting. We're 100 away from 2,000, which, if I'm being totally honest, 2,000 subs in, what is this? So it would have been September, October, November, December, January, and then we're halfway. So 5.5 months, 2,000 subs. That's not bad. That's not bad. Plus the 5,000, like the 5,300 or 5,200 we have on TikTok, plus the 165 on Twitch. So I feel like I'm doing all right. Yeah, so which characters to get in the meantime? So for the festival trio, you could either go festival or beach here, but looks like you're set on the festival one. So that would be replacing Akashi, Tendo, and then I'm assuming Eren, because he's your worst wing spiker, with Oikawa, Iwaizumi, and Ushijima. Yeah, I mean, probably want to keep Tendo then. So then it would have to be Tanaka, because it doesn't make sense for you to drop the Kiyotani Iwaizumi bond. So it would have to be the 3 on the corner here, or yeah, like these 3 here. So that's fine. Akashi being your setter is good, like you can keep him. Iwaizumi, Kiyotani I wouldn't touch. Eren, Tanaka, Tendo, I wouldn't really focus on upgrading them too much. Maybe you could probably get away with the Tendo, just because he's your main middle blocker in this team. The Yaku here doesn't really fit, so you asked who you could put in. I would put in the SSR Nishinoya. The only issue with that is that it's most likely going to be at skill res 1, and the skill res 1 Nishinoya takes up a lot of stamina, but he does help with power based teams, which is what your team is. Yaku helps more with quick attack teams. So if we were talking about actually like improving your team, because in terms of bonds, like there's not really much else you can do, because with Akashi you need the UR Bokuto, or even the SP1. Even though they don't have a direct bond, they still kind of work together. Tendo, you need Ushijima. Tanaka's main bond is the Nishinoya, the SSR one. Eren, I don't even know what Eren's bonds are, to be honest. Then yeah, so like there's not a lot you can do in terms of bonds, so the only one that makes sense for me is the SSR Nishinoya. So maybe in the meantime you can like just focus on getting him to skill res 2, and that'll help your team. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see, could have been 2000 with the skill res 5 Bokuto. Well, you guys didn't do it. You guys didn't do it. You're gonna summon for Bokuto a few hours from now? No, so I will. So the release of Bokuto will be in, what is that, 8 hours and some minutes for me, but I will do it tomorrow at 12. So the same time we started, today's stream, so that would have been at 12 o'clock Pacific. So for a lot of people in Europe, around 8 to 10 hours ahead, so it'll be in the evening for you guys. That's when we will be pulling one Bokuto. If we somehow get 2,000 subs in in a day, or sorry, not 2,000 subs, 100 subs to get to 2,000 in a day, it will be skill res 5, but again, very unlikely. So that is that. So again, tomorrow. Let's see. German Panda says, can you do my team real quick? I should be sleeping 2 hours ago. I have to work tomorrow. I'm just asking. If not, then it's okay. I don't do. The only time I've done specific teams is when people like donate and stuff, and I don't want to encourage that. So it's just gonna be in order, or it's gonna be in a YouTube video. I will be recording one later today, so it could be later today as well. So don't worry. And even if you don't, like, for example, if you have to like leave the stream, I will still have the video of the stream up, so you can go back and look at it later. Shin, I'm gonna block you. I'm literally gonna block you. Okay, so yeah, so for me the main one is the SSR Nishinoya, because you can pretty much just wait. It is gonna be a while. You are gonna feel like you're behind, but I would just focus on the Nishinoya and maybe just like the Kiyotani and Iwaizumi. Like focus on getting those, like you would get the Nishinoya, get them to skill res 2, Iwaizumi, Kiyotani, get them to skill res 2, and then by that time, again, don't use your diamonds, but again, by that time you should have the SP trio that you want. So in terms of a team rating, I will give this one probably just like a solid 6 out of 10. Does the job, has everything really. Maybe it's lacking a little bit in the receive department, but you do have Kita on the bench to help with that. So just like a solid 6. Ban Shin from the server so he can't submit. I think I can just like give. I might be able to just like single him out. He'll just come back as Jin Ramen. Just woke up. It's 5:45 in. Where's PH? Is that Philippines? I'm gonna summon 2 hours from now. Time to create an alt account. All right. Next up, we have Ganek. I hope I'm saying that right. Who says this is my team and the team I'm going for. I want a receive type team, but I'm free to play, so my pulls are limited. Okay, so free to play. This is the long-term team, so it's gonna be a receive team. It's gonna be a receive team. Interesting. But this is the current team. You already have like half the team, don't you? So he's just missing Kuro and Hinata. Oh, and Komori. Okay, so free to play, you have Akashi with Bokuto, which is always a good thing. For your personal future team, you already have Daichi and Kenma, so that's good. Iwaizumi, Kurai. Well, I guess Iwaizumi's here just for the team bond, and then Iyaku's here as well. So let me just do a quick count. So Bokuto, Akashi, Iwai, Kurai. That's power. That's 4. For receive, it's Yaku, Daichi, Kenma, Karai, that's 4. So you only need 1 more. So you could throw in like, oh, you don't have Kita or something. Dang. I was gonna say you can just throw in 1 more receive type player for Iwaizumi if you want to be a receive type team already. But that's just a suggestion. You don't have to do it. But yeah, in terms of like your future team, like you're almost there, right? You just have to wait for the SP Crow to come out. The SP Hinata rebanner might not happen for a while, and then the Komori rebanner is going to happen in a couple weeks time here. So you're on the right track. I don't really have much to say other than just you have to be patient with your summons. You did want to receive type team, so again, yeah, I would just take Iwaizumi out for receive tag player. So there's Kita out there. Who else? There could be like a Nekama thing you could do, maybe. I'm just trying to think at the top of my head. I'm sure there's a couple players out there you can throw in. That's all you really need to do if you want to get a receive type team already. But yeah, that's there's not a whole lot to say here if I'm being totally honest. You're doing what you need to do, and you're on the right track, because as a free to play, having like, what was that, 5 out of the 7 players? They're just missing 1, 2, 3. Oh no, you have 4 out of the 7 players. Like as a free to play for your future team, that's actually really good, because it'll just make it easier. The summons you're planning on doing, the only one that might be a little bit difficult is Kuro Komori, but I think they might be coming out soon within each other. I don't know if you're planning on getting to Tsukishima, but yeah, as a free to play, everything here is spaced out, so you'll be fine. Obviously, yeah, Sakuza would probably be like the ideal player here, but again, free to play, you're kind of grasping at straws, and Komori by himself is probably better than Sakuza by himself. So I'm cool with that. I'm hoping tomorrow going to be a good max pity pull. Well, I don't know, we'll see. In terms of characters, I think I've been all right. Memory though, that's a different story. So in terms of a team rating, I'm gonna give this one, I think, a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think a 7 out of 10. But you're close. And this team it's a pretty good team. The only thing you would need to change from this team is literally Sakuza for Daichi. That's it. Next up, we have Dabs in Spanish, which I believe is Fabrizio. I'm really enjoying using this receive team, but I don't like Karai. Who should I swap him out for? PS, I don't have every character in the game anymore. Jesus. you have quite the selection though. You have quite the selection, I see. Hold on, I need to center myself a little bit. So Karai, Sakuza, Kenma, Hinata, and then you have Ushijima, Tendo, and then Karai is just kind of here. The only thing is though, taking out Karai, doesn't that lose you the receive team? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it loses you the receive type team. So the easiest thing to transition to would probably be power. 1, 2. Oh no, with power you'd have to make 2 changes, because Kenma's receive, Hinata's quick, Tendo's just block, I believe. So you're kind of stuck. If you're gonna take Karai out, you kind of need it to be a receive type player. So I'm not sure if that's the because the thing is with Karai is because he has block, power, and receive, is that he's just so useful for his tags, and so taking him out, you would have no team type. Because block, you only have 1, receive is 3. Sorry, receive is 4. Quick is 1. Power is 2. So like, yeah, I wouldn't recommend taking Karai out. Your rotation though, because I did notice drop. Was it drop? Somebody said it. Yeah, it was drop. This is a weird rotation. So I'm assuming Komori comes in for the back row middle blocker, which would be Tendo, but then that only happens for one rotation, and then Hinata, like, he'll come out for Hinata. So... Oh, this is... Wait, you're... Did you change your username? Or is this like a different account? Oh, okay. I was like, you're responding like it's your team, but I'm like, that's not Fabrizio. Oh, okay. So he said, I might get Bokuto. So Bokuto would fix your receive problem if you're gonna replace Korai. And Bokuto in this team would be okay, I think, because Sakusa and Ushijima would be able to pick up the slack. Plus Hinata when Bokuto's in his down mode. I mean, plus your options off the bench, like, you'll be fine to cover that. You have changed the rotation, so that sounds good. Yeah. Like, I guess Bokuto is the only one that makes sense. Maybe an SP Kuro because he's receive tagged. Wouldn't be a bad option either. That would probably be the smarter option if I'm being totally honest. Like maybe Kuro Tsukishima for that 5-4 spot in terms of like the characters. Tendo and Kurai. That would probably make the most sense. Unless you want to do a little bit more of a like for like sub with Kurai, then yeah, it would be the SB Bokuto. Again, it's more of a preference thing. I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do. You have a lot of options, evidently. So, yeah, Kuro Tsukishima, or Bokuto. T minus 14 hours till SP Bokuto. Just a reminder for those of you out there. So I think I will rate your team I mean, this team is still really good. 8.5 out of 10. I think I'm okay with that. I guess I won't tag you because you're here. How many more team reviews are gonna do? Well, it's currently 1:54, so I'll be here for another hour. So I usually stream till 3 on Tuesdays. So I don't know, we'll see. Next up we have Didrik Neymar 10. There was a guy on Twitch named Didrik, was there not? Or was that before? Yeah, there was. He was talking about the Madrid game. Is he still here? I don't know. Anyways, he says, hi, updated my team and changed a bit in my future team. Oh, he is here. What's going on? Should I have the Beast Trio or is it better with Bokuto, Akashi, and Kurai instead of Ione? Okay, I see. If you could help me with the team and the rotations plus rate my team, that'd be awesome. And thank you. And yes, I know that Osamu is random. So he was talking about the Kurai SP. Okay. So Shiratorizawa team bond. Let me just think here. So who's replacing who? So Akashi and Bokuto would come in for Shirabu and Osamu? I'm assuming this is what you're planning on doing? Or is it Goshiki? Shirabu and Osamu, okay. So then at that point Goshiki would come out for either the Kurai or the Ione. In my opinion, if the pulls or if the banner release dates are what we're expecting in terms of like following JP, I would say you could probably get away with getting both. Let me double check something here. I don't know if it's part of this. Somebody's looking for skirts. Ione is projected March 18th. Karai is August 19th. I think you might be able to save enough to get the Karai as well as the Aone. Just putting it out there. Now there is the whole Ushijima Tendo situation going on here, but again, March to August, if that is the projected one, like if that's correct, you should be able to get all these guys, plus the Aone. So, and I think honestly, I think the Aone like makes this team a little bit more complete. Like Karai being here is not like it's a bad thing. He does everything. But Ione would complete the trio bond. You have the Ushijima Tendo, you have the Sakusa Kimura, you know what I mean? Like it feels a little bit more complete in that regard. But it's not like one's necessarily better than the other, if that makes sense. So, I think you can do both. I think you can do both. And then the Aone can replace probably Goshiki. Yeah, I think Goshiki would come out at that point. So your 6, 5, and 4 players would come out. Okay, I'm free to play, so I hope I can afford it. Oh, right. That. Okay, so what I will say then is just pick up Bokuto Akashi, and then if you kind of see yourself like you can't get Ione, I wouldn't force it. You know what I mean? Because you can just go down the Karai path. So in terms of team rating, I do like the Shiro Torizawa team bond because that's pretty unique nowadays, especially this variation of it. Because for me, it was, I think the most popular one was Ushijima, Tendo, Yamagata, and then your last one, it kind of depended on what you preferred between Goshiki and Ohara. But having Shirabu and Goshiki here, pretty fun. Osamu is random, but like can't really put anybody else, so it's not a bad thing having a UR character in your team. So I think I give it like a 7 point 7.5 7.8 7.5. I get a 7.5. And yeah, I won't tag you because you're here. Next up, we got Deku, who's currently doing homework, I think. Who says, "Hi, I'm looking forward receiving advices if needed and thoughts regarding my future team. I unfortunately wasn't able to get Ushijima, so I'm stuck with this 2.0 version. As for SP Sugawara, I accidentally pulled him at 140 pity. I usually switch between Kageyama and him depending on the mood. Thanks again, have a great day. Yes, don't mind the off rotation. Yeah, the rotation doesn't matter. Okay, so receiving advices, future dream team, and then okay. So okay, interesting. So I think it's okay having Sugawara on the bench. The only thing is, I would consider starting him because of his training ability. Like, you have him at 20k. I'm assuming you've done his training ability. So what his training ability does is he cuts everybody's stamina in half, and that includes the bench. And then for 4 rounds, so that's 4 points, he regains stamina for your team. So I would consider having him on the court at least for 2 of those rounds so that you guys can get stamina back, and then maybe put in the Kageyama. I would consider that. Oikawa with Kyotani is solid. I see Iwaizumi, but Iwaizumi is nowhere near as good as that Kyotani, so that's fine. Because ideally you would either want to have Iwaizumi and Kyotani, or all 3 of Oikawa, Kyotani, and Iwaizumi, because I'm pretty sure Kyotani has a bond with Iwai and not the Oikawa? Maybe? Hopefully? I don't know. Isn't it better to bring him in after like 2 to 3 rallies? But then at that point, your team stamina goes from 100, instead of 100 to 50, it would go to like 75 to like 37. So you could go either way. If this way works better, then just do that. Like, it's fine. But I'm already seeing a 2-setter situation here, so I'm like, you could just start him and then bring him off. Because at the very least, one of the setters will be setting until the rotation happens. I'm assuming your libero comes in for your back row setter and not the opposite hitter. So you'll be fine for a little bit at least. So there's that, and then yeah, the Kiyotani being here instead of Ushijima is not a bad thing whatsoever. I think like, yeah, Bokuto being here is obviously, it's not like ideal, but it's not terrible. No Komori or Sakuza, so it looks like oh yeah, because you were saving for the SP Nishinoya, so that was your plan. So it made sense, I guess, to skip Sakuza there, but Sakuza being here instead of Bokuto in terms of a solo unit would be probably ideal. In terms of receiving, in your team, realistically, it's only Nishinoya and Kurai, and we know Kurai is better in the front row, so that's why you have him starting at 5 coming in. So you're in a bit of a tough situation in that regard. You could do a thing, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but you could do a thing with either Kiyotani or Bokuto where when you're giving their potentials, you actually focus on like receive potentials. The only problem is they don't have receive skills, so they won't get their stats amplified, because you've seen, right, like my what's his name, my Sakuza 5,000 base spike, but in game it gets to 10,000. If you do like a 5,000 base receive Bokuto, it's gonna stay at 5,000. So a little unfortunate in that regard. I think you're just gonna have to ride it out with Nishinoya by himself in the back. it just yeah, it is what it is. Bokuto was when Deku was dumb and pulled without thinking. It's fine, it happens. And then what else? Oh, future team. So the only thing is, I would probably just consider, depending on how lucky you are with your pulls, I would consider getting the Tendo for the Kageyama. Or even, honestly, just any SP middle blocker, I think. Because like, I'm looking at your team, like in terms of offense, there's gonna be no issues. In terms of blocking with Kurai and Hirugami, like you could maybe do with another blocker. But again, with receives, I'm like, SP Kuro might be the play here. For Kageyama, I think a lot of people right now are doing dual setter setups because the positionless update came a little bit too early for some people, and so like for getting that additional power tag, that additional receive quick tag, they're playing, you know, Kageyama, Atsumu, Oikawa, Kashi, that kind of thing. At this point, you don't need it. I know Kageyama has the bond with Nishinoya, if I could speak, but I think Kuro would probably be better. But other than that, it's fine. Everything else is good. So in terms of team rating, I will give this team an 8 point. I'll give it an 8.25. It's not quite an 8.5, I think, because of this situation. Like, this isn't bad, but there's no EY. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not quite an 8.5. It's almost there. But yeah, future team looks good. Just maybe, yeah, the Kuro for Kageyama. That's it. Alrighty, next up we got Tika Taki. I thought it's supposed to be Tiki Taka. Come on. This image has the rotation forward 1. Just move it back. Wait. So like this. Okay, cool. So this is your current rotation, which is wrong. No, it needs a couple of changes. Actually, does it? I mean, considering the Nishinoya comes in for the back row setter, I actually think it's fine. Yeah, no, the rotation's fine. If it's like this, yeah, it's fine. What did they say though? Should I keep Kuro or Suki? Oh, I see. So it's typically like this, but he's wondering Kuro Tsukishima. Well, Tsukishima for the team bond. And then maybe as the game goes on, like I feel like a lot of people don't use their subs. Because literally once this happens, where Tsukishima comes here, Hirugami's gone, you just bring in the Kuro, who's just the better blocker. Unless you guys have like auto subs on, maybe that's why. But yeah, because all the bonds you get other than deployable bonds, once you start the game and then you make that sub out, I'm pretty sure the bonds stay, or like the boost, the buffs, whatever the case may be. So yeah, start like this for the team bond, let the rotation happen. Once Tsukishima comes in, bring a Kuro. Pretty much it. Can you look at can 5828? The only problem is if you just submitted that. I did a can earlier. I did this one. I guess that's not you. But if you submitted something recently, then I probably won't get to it. Oh, Jinfu's here. I don't know if they're still in the chat. We're getting to you soon. Both will be upgraded to SP. Oh, the Kuro and Tsukishima? At that point, you would just take out one of your setters. Probably the Sugawara. So in terms of team rating, with this rotation, well, I guess the rotation doesn't really matter, but with this team, I think it's like is this also like an 8.25? Yeah, it's not quite an 8.5. Like there's something missing. Same thing with Deku's team. Like there was something missing. So I think it's an 8.25. Can I send it again? No, just send it once, but you will get notified whenever I get to it. So if it doesn't happen today, like I'm sorry, it just is what it is. But I will definitely get to it. And you know when it will happen because I'll do this, where I tag you. All right, we got G Money 108 who says, "Hey man, made a new account right after Christmas and was wondering what direction I should take my team. Free to play with 28,000 diamonds. I'm going for Sakusa and Komori's rebanner, but after that, I don't really know what team I should build. Should I even bother spending the select recruit at this point? In the future, I like the idea of the twins and a quick team. Just don't know how versatile it'll be. Any advice would be appreciated." Okay, so with new teams, or new accounts I should say, I always say for you guys to prioritize a team bond until you get around that 100,000 team rating mark. So looking at your team, I think the best thing would be, because I see 3 wing spikers, 1 middle blocker, so I would, you're 1 away from Karasuno. I would consider Daichi here for Kyotani. And then what you can do is when the game starts, you can sub out Azumane for Kyotani. So that is so that way you still get the power of Kyotani, you get the team bond with Daichi, and then you're not really missing out on anything. The rest of your team is fine in terms of a new account. You do want to get the Komori Sakusa rebanners. So with 28,000 diamonds plus whatever tickets the game's given you, plus your pity, whatever, you should be able to do that pretty easily. And in that regard, typically you would want to build a team around your best players or a themed like release. So you did send, well, you did also say you want to build a team around the twins. So twins plus Tendo plus Kurai plus Hirugami is, I think, the best team to build the twins around. The SP one specifically, with Sakuza Komori. I think this is like a perfect team for the twins. Maybe like an SP Hinata instead of Hirugami, but like Hirugami's blocking provides so much. So I think this is fine. Should I even bother the select recruit at this point? Use the select recruit again for somebody like Daichi. Even dupes of a Tanaka, you know, at 10,000 player rating at level 61. Tsukishima's not far off as well. You can do dupes of characters as well to get them to skill rise 2. Just don't spend diamonds on it. There's plenty of ways to get SSR tickets. You may not get the SSR player that you want like right away, but over time, that's how you should be using the select recruit. Use it as like a building block thing where it's like, okay, let me get Daichi, get the Karasuna team bond. That allows me to take out Azumati for the Kyotani I have. And then maybe Tanaka at skill res 2, Tsukishima at skill res 2. It'll help your in-game kind of sim. And then while you're doing that every day, you're saving diamonds, saving diamonds, saving diamonds. You pull these two, then again, you go into save mode, then you get these guys, and then, you know, you'll have this team. So that's how I would do it. In terms of versatility, you have the blocking, you have the attacking, and you have the receives. So I think at this point, all you would really need to do is just replace the back row middle blocker with your libero, and you have a pretty good balance, right? You got people who can serve, you got people who can hit, you know, all that good stuff. So pretty good from that perspective. I think in terms of tags, though, you might be a bit limited. So Atsumu, Osamu are quick, Korai's quick. I don't know if one of Tendo or Hirugami's quick. I feel like one of them like is, and I don't remember which one it is. It might be both. In terms of blocks, you have only 3, it looks like, with Kurai and their 2 middle blockers. Power is only Sakuza, Kurai. Receives, you have Komori, Sakuza, and Kurai. So it looks like really quick is going to be the way to go. Hopefully one of these guys are quick. So you will be restricted in that versatility kind of regard, where it's like, I can't do this many rotations, but I'm sure at that point you'll have, you know, other SSR characters, maybe even other UR characters, depending on how lucky you get, and you can make those rotations. But in terms of like what your team can physically do on the court, there's enough versatility here. So in terms of team rating, I'm gonna have to give this one a 5.5. New account, totally understandable. But you have the right mindset in terms of what you want to do in the future. Yeah, you're also worried about the diamonds, free to play, that whole thing. I understand, but again, with how far these guys come out, like, it's what, August for these guys? It's currently mid-February. Should be fine. Should be fine. I always forget to bring water. German Panda says, damn, SP Kurai is quick, power, receive, serve, and block. That's crazy. Yeah, he's everything. He's literally everything. Alright, next up we got Say Blizz, who says, got rid of my old setter and got Kurai as well. Looking at his bench from here, I think that's Semi. Not sure what to do with Kuro and Iwaizumi. Might wait for SP, Iwaizumi, and Oikawa and Ushi. I do have an SSR box though, and I was wondering who to go for to fit the team a bit better, and it looks like this is the team with Tsukishima. So he has the SSR box. Okay. So Suki came in for who? Kuro? I think Kuro, I think Tsukishima is better than the Kuro, so I think you should do that. There's no reason for you not to, other than the Kuro is maybe better in rating. But you can just like move around potentials and stuff. So I would say this is your best team at the moment. So Komori, Sakuza, Kurai, Hirugami, that's set in stone. You don't need to worry about that. The other 3 positions, Iwaizumi works best in terms of another character would be the UR Oikawa, but you have the SSR Akashi instead. Doesn't look like the UR Oikawa is going to be an option for a while. So Iwaizumi at that point is pretty expendable. The Akashi is the best power setter at the SSR rarity. So I would keep him. Tsukishima right now, it kind of looks like he's going to be the quote-unquote like fodder for your team. It looks like the libero will come in for your back row middle blocker, and then he'll rotate into the front. So I would keep Tsukishima there. Iwaizumi is the only one where I'm like, okay, there could be an upgrade, but it looks like you're free to play. You have an SSR selection box. You could throw like a Tanaka, but that's a sideways move, so that might be a waste. Looking at your bench, there's not really an option either. So I would strongly consider like either just saving the SSR selection box for a specific team you want to build, or a dupe of maybe Akashi, maybe in the future. You're not sure, you want to maybe do the festival trio. That would make some sense, right? You replace your 3 SSRs with Oikawa, Iwaizumi, and Ushijima. That could make some sense. So at that point, you might want to spend your SSR selection box on a character you don't have, maybe. A quote-unquote save option might be Aaron, just for club contest reasons. Because it just doesn't look like he's getting an SP anytime soon. And you can like slowly start building Aaron for that. But really, you're in a bit of a difficult spot with that SSR selection box, I will say that. Because it's like, all your SSRs can be replaced with SPs, especially the ones that you're thinking about. Therefore, you don't need to use it on these SSRs. And then new SSRs don't really need. So it's like, you kind of, I would just sit on it and just wait for the right opportunity to use it. Because you can just keep this team until your SPs come out. And just make sure your libero comes in for your back row middle blocker. Pretty much it. Wait, he said also got Suki blocking now instead of Kuro. Because Suki has the higher blocking stat rolls, had to swap him. But I didn't know why when Kuro was my higher power level blocker, so I thought he was better, but nah, Suki's just better. I think what it was is they scaled the SSR Kuro back because basically the way they did the rarities is just like how the show / manga was done. So obviously, like with practice versions, the regular versions of the characters are going to be better, but in the show, the practice version of Kuro, when they did the practice matches, he was just better than everybody else, so they gave him a higher rarity because of that. Whereas the Tsukishima, there's no UR Tsukishima, so they gave this SSR Tsukishima like better skills and stuff. It's just weird. So that's why. So a lot of people think that the Tsukishima and the Kuro are like level because they're both SSRs, but no, they give the Tsukishima better skills and stuff because this is the match version of Tsukishima, and that's kind of like the max at the time before SPs came out. Whereas Kuro still had his UR version, so they scaled this one back. Josh is in the chat, Mr. Amazon giveaway winner. What do you think is better, duo Ushijima SP Nintendo or Kurai Hirogami? Kurai Hirogami, especially with Kurai's versatility. I would say Kurai. Oh, in terms of rotations, no, everything's fine here. You could swap Sakuza and Akashi just to have Sakuza in the back row longer, but it's not, it's one spot. In terms of a team rating, I'll give this one like a 7.25 out of 10. It's got these 4, but these 3 don't really. Yeah, I'll give it 7.25. It's close to a 7.5 though. Oh, my voice. Another 40 minutes. We can do it. All right, Jinfu, you are up. You are from the Philippines. All right. Free to play progress, no miss dailies. Currently, this is my team so far. The highlighted players are Kurai at skill res 2 and Kita at skill res 5. 2 setters, because once Kurai is rotated into the back, Atsumu gets subbed out for Nishinoya, so that I'll have 3 receive players in the back row. Then if it is Kageyama's turn to be rotated, Atsumu gets subbed in. Yeah, okay. Now my question is for the second photo, which is my desired team in the future. Is it any good? I'm getting overwhelmed and honestly confused. Thanks in advance, my guy, also from the Philippines. Huge supporter. Okay, so in terms of what you have going on right now with this rotation, it is it's perfect in terms of the way you want your team to be aligned. The only thing is you're not getting the most out of Kurai, because Kurai, in my opinion, his best position is number 5, because he starts the game doing his receives, and then he rotates into the front where his ultimate gets a boost, and then plus he can use his Omni ability either for the receive on the first point, depending if the ball comes to him, or he can do it with the block in the front row. So that's why I think Kurai is best at position 5 rather than 2, but I do understand why you have him at 2. I'm just trying to think here. I think you could also get away with moving Hirugami to 4 so that he's again blocking for a longer period of time, because you do have the back row setter coming out for Nishinoya. So the only thing is that might mess up your rotation in terms of, like, you might have one round where you have, what is it, it's 1 2 3, so you'll have Kageyama and Nishinoya in the back, so then your setter will be in the back row for 1 point before the Atsumu change happens again. So that's the only downside, but I think that might be worth it to have a blocker in the front row, because at that point it would be Hinata, and Hinata doesn't have a good block. If your back row middle blocker was actually like more of a blocker, then this rotation would be absolutely fine. But I think I would consider maybe play around with it, right? Just play a couple games, have Hirugami at 4, Kageyama at 3, and then maybe try playing with Kurai at 5 and Osamu at 2. Just experiment with it. If you find that this rotation is better, then just stick with this one. But again, I'm more for maximizing players over a team, if that makes sense. I wanted Kags to be in the front so that I'll maximize his setter dump. True. That is true. You can still do it with him. It depends on the cooldown, actually, of those two characters. Like, if the block and the setter dump cooldown are the same, again, I would probably prioritize the Hirugami block over the Kageyama dump, just because you still have Kurai to hit, you have Hinata to hit, you have Osamu to hit, so that's 3 other offensive options that you have for an offensive ultimate, versus the defensive ultimate. You really just have Hirugami and then the Kurai Omni one that only happens at the start of the game because he rotates into the back. I'll try Samu at 2 and Kurai at 5, swap Samu for Nishinoya, but then again I'll have 2 setters. No, I would still swap out the setters. Like, I would still have what's his name? I would still have Nishinoya come in for Atsumu. Just swap these 2 and just see how it goes. So that means Osamu will be present in the back, but that's the trade-off, because having Hinata and Nishinoya, I think having 2 receive base characters in the back row is good enough. I don't think you need a full 3. Hinata also boosts something. It might be defense technique or reflex for characters in the back row when they do a specific receive. Like, I think it's maybe perfect or critical or something like that. So he'll help out that way. Yeah, you definitely don't want to have 2 setters on the court specifically at the same time. You definitely want to take 1 out for the libero, so keep that the same. Just, I'm talking about, like, physically, like, experiment with Hirugami at 4, Kageyama at 3, Kurai at 5, Osamu at 2, and then keep the setter libero swap the same. Matt says, could you do mine? It was 8 days ago. It should be soon. Or maybe I've already done it, because I'm on 7 days ago now. So yeah, in terms of your future team, so you were overwhelmed / confused. Okay, so interesting. Okay. So I see here you have Kageyama in for the bond with Nishinoya plus the bond with Hinata. I'm assuming that's what's going on here. The only thing with that is it kind of restricts you in terms of the other SP characters. Like Korai Hirugami is fine. Nishinoya is also fine. And then even Hinata is fine. But the other three positions, there needs to be some sort of cohesion. Because Tanaka by himself, without the Yamamoto, without the second Kenma, without the Lev, doesn't really make sense. Osamu, without the Atsumu, doesn't really make sense. And so Kageyama is kind of the clog here. So what I would say is, like, you could simply just swap the Kageyama with the Atsumu, and that would make this team a lot better. And then Tanaka still, even though he doesn't really have the bonds with anybody, he's just kind of there as a mercenary, kind of just to score points, right? And that makes his role a little bit easier, because you don't have too many characters like that, because right now you really have both Tanaka and Osamu doing that. The school bond, at this point though, the school bond's not important, or not as important. If it really is important to you though, I would say start the game like this and then sub in the Atsumu for Kageyama, if that's simplifies it for you enough, because then it really ties the team together if you take out Kageyama for Atsumu. If you were going to do like an Oikawa Ushijima thing, you would have to take out Kageyama and Osamu and go in that direction, but clearly you want to be a quick team, so simply have this team just with Atsumu either starting, or if you want the team bond, sub him in after the first point for Kageyama. So it's really not that bad. It really isn't. Yeah, it's a pretty simple fix. So yeah, in terms of a team rating, see, this one is definitely an 8.5. Is it any higher? I'll give it like a 8.7. I'll give it an 8.7. Why am I tagging you? You are here. Next up we have Auditor, who says, here's my current team. I call this phase 1 out of 3. The phase 1 out of 3 is, what the hell is going on here? Why? Okay, so, oh, I see. So Kenma's here for the receive team type, and then I'm assuming Atsumu comes in for him. So that's my assumption. That's phase 1. Still a good team. Phase 2, he's going Kuro Tsukishima for the SSR, or for the Inarizaki boys. Still being a receive team with the Kuro. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Skip B trio, get them. I plan to SR2 Kuro and hopefully Suki if possible. Okay, cool. Then my final team is one of the two. Any suggest would help, or any advice would help. Jesus, whether it's rotations or whatever. Or will I go libero list? I definitely wouldn't do that. Okay, so then you up. Okay, so then you fall back on the twins, and then Sakuza's gone, and then Genjima's free. Kuro for the receive because of him and Tsukishima. Tendo for the bond with the twins, and then Korai Hirugami comes in for Genjima Tsukishima. Yeah, I think ending up like this is fine, but there's not a ton of offense here other than Korai and Osamu. Let's see. Do you reckon you'll get to mine? Give me 1 second, Ethan. Would it be alright to submit my other team later? I have 2 accounts and that was just my second account. I wanted a review for my main team. I messed up. So the thing is, So because I already reviewed yours, I would say make a new post in the thread. Even though I'm not really... I would rather you wait a little bit, if you can, for your main team. Like, just wait a little bit, and then submit a new thread. Typically, I say like a month, just so I can get through everybody who submitted their teams first before I do repeats already. Yeah, just to keep it fair. That's all I can really say. No rush, I understand. Sounds good. So where was I? Oh yeah, the only issue here is there's a lack of firepower. It's really just Korai and Osamu. That's the only issue I see with this team in the future. Same thing with this team. It's really just Genjima and Osamu. Not that Kuro or Suki are bad, but it's like, considering the options out there, it's difficult because, like, I would say, like, I would rather you have probably Sakuza here instead of Tendo, even though he has the bond with the twins. There's just an imbalance with your future team. That's the only issue. This team, same thing. It's a little bit of imbalance. This team at least has 3, right? Usually you want to have 3 really good options. I know the Kenma has the set or dump. I'm not sure what Atsumu has, but I don't know. Something is just off here for me, and I can't really put my finger on it. I think it's something to do with the offense, because receives you'll be fine, blocks you'll be fine, setting you'll be fine, serving you'll be fine. It's just the offense. And I don't really know what it would be other than, like, maybe, yeah, Tendo for Sakuza. Maybe. If anybody else has any suggestions, go to Auditor's thread and put it in the comments here. Because you guys can comment on other people's threads too. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe like I don't know if the Bokuto would be great. I don't know. This is the first one where I'm kind of stumped. Maybe bring the Genjima back in. I don't know. It's a little weird. But in terms of a team rating, I think this one, let's see. These 3 received team, yeah, I understand it. Yeah, I give it like an 8. Is it 8.5? 8.2? 8.25? So Ethan, you're here. What time is it? 2:30? Yeah, we'll get to yours. Next up we got 426908. I plan on putting Hirugami at this place when I'll get him tomorrow. But I wonder if there's a better way to place my players and who to switch for libero. Okay, we can talk about that. So Hirugami Rebanner will be in slot 3. So you'll have 3 middle blockers. Interesting. Okay, so what I would do is, let's just start from scratch here. So your libero will come in for the back row middle blocker. So make sure you have that selected. I would have Korai at 5. I would have Hirugami at 4. Hinata at 6. So that's the top right corner, right? So Hinata at 6, Korai at 5, Hirugami at 4. I would have Kageyama at 3, Osamu at 2, and I would have Kuro at 1. And then I would do the rotation for the back row middle blocker. So that way your Nishinoya comes in for that slot, and then he stays in for a longer period of time with the Hinata rather than taking him out for Hinata. And then by the time that rotation is done, Hirugami will come into the front. Sorry, Hirugami will come into the back. he will come out for Nishinoya, and then you'll have like one turn with Kuro being the blocker or whatever. And that'll be fine at that point because you'll have his ultimate available to block. You'll still have Kageyama in the front row for his header dumps. Karai will rotate into the front for his ultimate to get that extra boost. He'll start in the back to use his Omni for the receive, or he'll be in the front using it for his block. Hirugami will be in the front for his blocks. Osamu can be in either the front or the back, so that's why I have him at slot 2. I believe he has a serve ability, so that also will help. Yeah, so that's the rotation and the subs. Sounds good. So in terms of our team rating, this one's a little weird because you don't have somebody here, but I'm just going to do it with Hirugami. So with Hirugami, this team is a... There's not a lot of bonds other than the Karasuno boys. But with Hirugami, again, it's close to an 8.5. It's just the Osamu without Atsumu, Kuro by himself. I'll give this one an 8.5 because it's 2 SPs with full URs, but it's like a low, it's a low 8.5 if that makes sense. Somebody else was asking if I'd get to theirs. So that would be here. Let's see. 1, 2. Oh yeah. So Ken, I don't know if you're still here, Ken. In the TikTok chat. But we're gonna get to Ethan's, who's in the chat. Ken, who's in the chat. And we should get to Zach's as well. And that might be it. That might. So next up we do have Ethan, who says, hello, could you rate my team and give a few suggestions where to go next? I'm going to get UR Kageyama on his rebanner. Thanks. Put update team in the comments below. Forgot to mention I'm free to play and aiming to get SP Kurosuke Shima. Also, what potentials are good for Karai? So, to put it simply, for the Karai potentials, you could do whatever the hell you want, because you want him to be a blocker, he can be a blocker, right? Because of his Omni ability, that allows him to get a boost when he does either a receive or a serve or a power, or a block. You could literally build him in any way you want. And so that is up to you, depending on your team. And looking at your team, you are getting the Kurosuke Shima and the Kageyama rebanner. So it looks like you might be lacking in the receive department, so I would consider doing like a 4-piece of like power vibe or something like that for the attack boost, and then maybe like a 2-piece receive, because that's how mine's build right now, so that he's pretty good at that. But I don't know, just do it based off like how you feel will fit your team. So Kurosuke Shima will replace themselves, and then the UR Kageyama. So you'll have the SSR Nishinoya, the SSR Hinata with the UR Kageyama. I really like because they're free quick. You can just keep spamming as long as you keep getting points. Kurosuke Shima, of course, are really good. And then Kyotani being here, yeah, it's like the best opposite hitter outside of Ushijima at the moment. You don't need Daichi for the team bond because you'll still have the 4 Karasuno boys. I see a Tanaka on the bench. You could do that for the morale boost with the bond with Nishinoya, but you don't need to. So you'll be pretty good, if I'm being totally honest. As long as you can get everybody you're planning for, you'll be absolutely fine. So yeah, just build a Karai how you deem fit. Is that right? Seem fit, deem fit, something like that. So build a Karai based on your team needs, and then pick up the Kageyama for the Hinata bond. You'll still have the Karasuno bond with Kurosuke Shima. You'll be fine. So at that point, just focus on maybe a future SP like set, duo, trio, whatever. Should I try to get Sakusa Komori? Ooh, as a free-to-play player, I would say no, because Sakusa Komori is going to come out at the end of Beats Trio heading into SP Tsukishima, Then after the Komori Sakuza, there's the UR Kageyama that you want. So I would say pass. Because that's just because like it's the wise thing to do. But Komori and Sakuza would definitely make your team better if you replace Nishinoya and Kyotani, for example. You could go either way, but I think the smart thing to do is just the plan that you originally thought of. So yeah. In terms of a team rating, I think I'll give this one a 6. Maybe a 6.5. But you bring in like the Kageyama, the Kuro Tsukishima, and we're talking like 7.5, 8 territory. So yeah, pretty good. Next up we have Ken. I don't know if you're still in the TikTok chat, but he says, what should I do long term? So we have Inarizaki with Nishinoya, Kuro, Bokuto. So I would consider Yaku here. So you have him on the bench. So maybe drop the potentials and memories from Nishinoya over to Yaku, just because Yaku powers quick attack characters, which is what you have going on here. Long term, you could do Kuro Tsukishima for the UR Kuro and the UR Bokuto. That's a maybe. You don't have to. The one I would consider is the twins plus Korai Hirugami. So that would replace these 4 at the very least. And then you have Yaku here with Kuro, and then Bokuto's here as well. Yeah, because Bokuto just needs to be in a team where he has hitters around him. In this team, you have Osamu. Kuro is not ideal. And Kita as a wing spiker is more receive based, so maybe just more firepower around Bokuto with that Korai SP plus the Mia Twins SPs. And you can keep him. You don't need to pick up like the SP version. You could just maybe pick up a single, like just Kuro without Tsuki. Yeah, but it's like the team cohesion is here outside of the Nishinoya. So you're doing pretty good in that regard. And then you thought about this, but I only have 11,000 diamonds right now. So the 3 at the bottom there, Komori, Sakuza, Tsukishima with 11,000 diamonds, probably not going to be possible. Excuse me. And that's just the reality of it. With you having a quick attack team though, like say for example, like remove these SPs, and say you did get these 3 plus the Tsukishima, plus the Inarizaki, so the Atsumu, Osamu, Kita, and Suna. You're still mainly a quick attack team. So you're still gonna get pretty good value of having Yaku as your libero versus getting Komori, even though Komori still does like really, he works well in quick attack teams, but then you want to pick up Sakuza as well. So think about all the diamonds you're saving because you already have the Yaku is what I'm trying to say. But you could pick up maybe just the Tsukishima. That's a thing. But yeah, I think you're in a pretty good spot. I posted also a plan as a comment. Oh, that was this, yeah. So yeah, I think in the future it might be difficult, right? These 4 here come out pretty close to each other, at least these 3 do. But again, there's enough of a gap that you can save enough diamonds. I think you'll be able to get at least the 3 of them pretty comfortably. So I would just say, like, just wait. Just be very patient. Use your Yaku. And then maybe like build your Aaron on the side. Have another decent hitter that you can bring in for Kita maybe. Stuff like that. Just to get you to the SP characters in the meantime. So in terms of a team rating, again, I like the cohesion here, just minus the Nishinoya. Bokuto actually is probably needed here. You need a pretty solid hitter. Obviously Korai would probably be better here, or Sakuza. But that's not the case. So I'll probably give this like a 7.5 out of 10. Maybe a 7.8. Eh. Why am I tagging you? You're here. I need to say it out loud. Ugh. Sitting down for 3 hours is quite a lot. Next up we have Jonas 2030, who says, I just started at the beginning of the year, so January. I can pull one SP 100% and maybe another one with a bit of luck. I have 8,000 diamonds, 40 UR tickets, and 10 SP tickets. I think for you, I probably wouldn't worry about SP characters short term, because you have Sakuza, so I think the number one priority for you is to pick up the Komori rebanner. So do that first. You have two setters here. Semi's not great. If you want to pinch serve Semi, that's not bad, but I would consider taking him out. But looking at your bench, okay, hold on. Looking at your team, you have 3 wing spikers, so maybe another middle blocker. So maybe the Tsukishima you have for Semi. But I'm looking at your team: Hokuto, Akashi, Eren, and Sakuza. So you'll still have the power team. So it's not like you need Semi here. So Semi definitely needs to come out for Tsukishima. And then change your rotation around a little bit so that your libero comes out for either a wing spiker or a middle blocker, and then make the changes accordingly. So maybe if you're going to do a middle blocker, have Tendo at Tendo at 4 is fine. Maybe Tsukishima would be at 6, Akashi at 3, Eren can stay at 5, Sakuza stays at 2, Bokuto stays at 1. Replace the back row middle blocker with your libero. So yeah, not bad, not bad. It's a work in progress, but again, you don't need Semi here. Upgrade your Akaji, and then look for like future SPs after that, because you can like hold on to that team for a little bit. Yeah, so in terms of team rating, this team though, I would say is probably like a 6.5. Just a little bit all over the place, lacking a bit of balance, but you have the means to make those changes, especially the Komori rebanner. Bring in Tsukishima, you'll be fine. All right, next up we got the boy Zach. What's going on, Zach? Rate my team out of 10. I'm saving for Oikawa, Iwai, Ushijima, possibly Tendo. Is there anything else I should or can do? Power team, by the way. Start at the beginning. Half free to play, prefer not to, but if I'm close to getting a character. If I do get those characters, should I build my team with other SPs? Also, do you think I could get all the characters I want if I saved up? I have 170 tickets with 20 pity, probably. Komori comes in for the opposite hitter. Okay. With this team specifically, yeah, you probably do want Komori coming in for Ushijima, or if you can get the rotation to have Iwaizumi maybe at 1 and have Komori come in for him, maybe. But that's absolutely fine. So you'd want the Oikawa, Ushijima, Iwaizumi SPs, so that would just replace the current ones you have. So that's a solid plan. That's always a solid plan, because then left over you'll have Komori, Sakuza, Kurai, Hirugami. I would say probably skip the Tendo at that point. Or I would say if you get to the point where you're here, you're like, but if I am closer to getting a character I can. If that's the case with Tendo, I would say probably just save. Like, you don't need to do it, because you have, again, you're taking these guys out, which is probably not preferred, but definitely get the SP versions of the Power 3, the Festival Trio, whatever you guys want to call them. Do you think I could get the characters if I saved up? I have is this 170 SP tickets with 20 pity? Is that what that is? If that's what that is, 170 SP tickets, then you'll absolutely, holy shit. Yeah, no, you'll be able to do it, because again, if we take a look at the general Haikyu Fly High chat, in the pinned message we have a new timeline prediction based off of the JP in Taiwan server. you would get so you're where are we? We're right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 SP banners. So that's 14 weeks before you're here with your 170 tickets, with your 20 pity. I think the only question at that point is like memories. Depending on your diamond plus your memory pity ticket situation. But characters, you'll be able to easily, very easily. Let's go. Let me just get back here. I have 80 memory tickets, so you'll definitely be able to get 2 of those, and then plus the diamonds. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Just hold on to this team, and then just upgrade. After that, though, again, if you want to, it's kind of boring if you think about it. But the Karai and the Hirugami SPs, another like easy upgrade. Like you literally just like you keep Sakuza, you keep Komori, and then your whole right side are just the SP versions of those characters. It is a little boring, so if you don't mind that, then that's what I would do. Because again, if you go like twins, for example, with Tendo, you kind of have to change, a lot of your team and stuff like that. I would maybe consider like the Tanaka Yamamoto to replace either Karai or Sakuza at that point. That just came out, but that's way down the line. I wouldn't worry about that. Like first get to this step of fixing these 3, or upgrading these 3, I should say. And then I would probably look to just upgrade these 2. So in terms of a team rating though, this is a solid 8.5. Just solid. Actually no SPs. But still, it just works. Everybody's got bonds. Is that my bias? I'll go 8 point... Fuck, no, I give the other one 8.5. No, this one's 8.5. I don't mind. My favorite characters are Oikawa and Ushijima anyways. Well, there you go. It's 2:53. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna do one more. I have energy for one more. So next up we have Meister, who says, I want to go for SP Tsukushima and Kuro, but now I found that Akashi and Bokuto will be first. I can assure getting the next 2 SPs. Any recommendations? I won't kick out my Kageyama though. I forgot to add that I have Hinata 3 times dupe and Akashi maxed. Would you recommend focusing on the Karasuno bond or power attack? So that is... There's a lot going on. Possible ideas maybe. Okay. So... Azuror? I think bro forgot about me? No, I didn't. I already did yours. I did yours in a YouTube video. Come on, man. Let's go back to Meister. So, you should wait for Bokuto. It's only 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes for the SEA server. So Southeast Asia. Bokuto comes out for people in 5 minutes. Which, by the way, if you're in the Discord, in the Haikyu section, there is a flex channel. So people post like their teams and stuff like that. So finally broke 1600. Somebody got fucking 18 million in club contest. Somebody got 3 SSR Akashis. So yeah, if you guys do pull Bokuto or something crazy happens, make sure to post it in the Haikyu Fly High Flex chat. It is a lot of fun just to see, what people are up to and stuff. Somebody's got like a maxed out Hinata. So all that fun stuff. Anyways, so he's guaranteed the next 2 SPs. Akashi Bokuto, yeah, he already has. You want to go for Kuro Tsukishima though? You don't have a middle blocker though. I know it might be really tempting to go and upgrade Akashi and Bokuto to their SPs, but the play here is Kuro Tsukishima, because you have Kageyama to set, you have Ushijima and Karai to hit, you have Hinata to receive and hit. You should probably go for Kuro Tsukishima here, even though it kind of sucks. Yeah, and if you're not gonna drop the Kageyama or the Hinata, like you gotta go for Kuro and Tsukishima. Let's see. I'm getting pinged. People are pinging me. Who's this? Oh, it's Gamerald. So that's what I would do. Would you recommend focusing on the Karasuno Bond or Power Attack? Karasuno Bond. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then yeah. Okay, so then Tsukishima would be 4. So what's it called? I guess Karasuno Bond, because I'm saying Kuro Tsukishima, but it's not necessarily for the team bond, but that is a good bonus. It's just for balance in your team. Future ideas. Let's see. This isn't bad, right? These two, but again, having 2 setters at this point, I don't know if that's ideal, unless your libero's coming in for the setter. This team is the power, so this is the Oikawa version. This is the Bokuto version. If you get the SP Beach Trio, or like Bokuto version. Oh no, this is okay. So this is the timeline. If you get Kuro Tsukishima, I see. Okay, so that makes sense. And there's also this one. But again, the problem is because you won't drop the Kageyama. It's like, why is Oikawa here? You know what I mean? There's no Iwaizumi, there's no Ushijima. In this one, it's like, okay, there is Ushijima and there is Tendo, but then it's like, why is Kageyama here? But you won't drop the Kageyama, you know? So there's a little bit of an imbalance. So you need to commit. If you're gonna commit to Kageyama, you have to commit to Kuro and Tsukishima. Wait, sorry, how would my future team probably rank? Let's see real quick. Future team. Oh, so with the 3 SPs here, this would be like a 10, I think. But there is Kurai. Oh, hold on. There's a Kurai Hirugami upgrade possible, so maybe it's like a 9.5, 9.75. But it's like the best power team you can get minus Kurai Hirugami. Yeah, like a 9.5. I'd say it's a 9.5, and then Kurai Hirugami's SPs would make it a 10. Okay, back to Meister. Jesus, this guy's probably like, why are you bouncing in and out of my team? So current team rating, I will give you an 8. Let's see, there's no blocker. You don't have anybody to block. So I'm gonna give you an 8.25. That's the only issue with this team. You add in Kuro Tsukishima though, it becomes like a 9 out of 10, maybe even a 9.25. Your future teams, again, just they're kind of all over the place. But it's because the Kageyama's here. Yeah, I think this is probably the best one. Just take out Oikawa for Hirugami, maybe. But then you're lacking in the hitting department, so maybe the SP Tanaka? Maybe? Yamamoto? Something like that. So this is probably your best option, just replace Oikawa. Alright, so, at you, most recent live. All right, so I'm just gonna read the chat. I mean, it is 3 o'clock, but that is the last team for the stream today. So let's see. So King Jai or Jay says, "Bro, I'm planning on a team 2. Can I show you this live?" If yeah, honestly, just put a thread in the Discord. It's just easier that way. And then, like I said, I will tag you so you'll know when I do it. So yeah, just letting you know. So it's not like if, for example, you guys do the because what I did before was, yeah, you guys would like submit your teams, and then I would get to them in a stream or a YouTube video, but then you guys wouldn't know. So you would have to check every stream, every YouTube video, every minute of it just to find your team. So that part was like feedback that you guys gave me. So now what I do is I will tag you. So for example, I didn't see Meister comment at all during this entire stream, but I tagged him. He probably saw that I was live and came and saw it, right? So if you guys do want your teams to be reviewed, I do get to them all, but the timing of it is a bit questionable, to say the least. But we got Zero G who says thanks as well. Meister says thanks, so you guys are welcome. Jinfu says, hey man, you think they'd add online PvP? Nope. Maybe, well, I don't know, not that they wouldn't, but from what I've known is that it's not in development, so it's not something to look forward to. The moment it's in development though, that would be kind of crazy. But yeah, it's not likely, unfortunately. So that's why we're gonna play KNB, Kuroko no Basketball, on the channel, because that one does have PvP. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I think that is it. So yeah, thanks for being here. Do you think they're still gonna add SP Sakusa, Komori, Kageyama even though they have SP stats? That one I'm interested to see. I've been wondering about that for a while, because they realistically, after Kurai and Hirugami, it should have been Sakusa, Komori, SP. But yeah, we don't know. Evidently, like, because after that it was the Kenma stuff. So I don't know, we'll see. Which social media platform? Any, the red platform, the purple one. You can all my links are in the link tree, in the description, in the bio, all that good stuff. So yeah, make sure you follow, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Yeah, Gamerald saying you can donate for faster team reviews. You technically can, but I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say that you should. All right, finally. I need to get up, I need to eat. Holy shit, I'm hungry. All right, so that will be it. If you want to donate, we should all do it together. That'd be so funny, dude. If you... Did it just happen again? Right at the end, did it just happen again? Oh no, we're good. Twitch says we're offline. Am I offline? Oh no, we're good. No, my OBS just said I dropped a bunch of frames, so I thought it disconnected again. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here before my PC just dies. But anyways, yeah. So we will be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific. SP Bokuto pulls. We will be uploading a YouTube video for more team reviews later today. I have 2 more Guess the Haikyu characters, so that will be posted later today as well. I'm gonna try to get the YouTube shorts. Like, I'm gonna try to move all the TikToks to YouTube shorts. Yeah, but I also have to go get a haircut because the sides of my hair are like getting pretty long. So I'm gonna go chill, I'm gonna go eat, I'm gonna go do all that fun stuff, and then we'll be back doing all that fun stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, and yeah, peace.